Baylor softball did release the 2026 schedule. It goes as follows. I apologize for looking down because I cannot memorize all this stuff. And all the times listed here are in Central Time just to make things even faster. Now the first 5 games are part of the Getterman Classic, which will be played at home. February 5th, Mississippi State at 6:30 p.m. Then February 6th are 2 games. New Mexico is the first one at 3 p.m. Then Wichita State 5:30 p.m. February 7th is just against Wichita State and is at 5 p.m. And February 8th is Northwestern State at 2 p.m. February 9th is another home game against South Dakota State at 6 p.m. For the next 2 tournaments involved here, it doesn't show the opponents at all. So, February 12th through 14th is San Diego State Tournament. We'll see on the opponents. Same thing goes for Clemson Tournament the following weekend, February 20th through 22nd. Then there's a road game against Sam Houston State, aka Sam Houston, on February 25th at 6 p.m. Then you get a doubleheader at home against McNeese State on February 28th, 2 p.m. Then later, and then the next day is McNeese State again at 1 p.m. Then you get a home game against Stephen Austin or SFA at 6:30 p.m. on March 3rd. Then you start your Big 12 conference games with Iowa State March 6th through 8th at 6:30 p.m., 2:30 p.m., and noon. Then March 11th, you gotta go on the road to Stetson, and it makes sense to go to UCF right after that, to be honest. And Stetson games at 5 p.m. and then UCF is March 13th through 15th, while the Stetson games March 11th. Yeah, the UCF games are 5 p.m., 3 p.m., and 11 a.m. Then you go on the road against Texas March 20th at 6 p.m. But the next day you get to actually host Texas at 6:30 p.m. Then you have a home game against UT Arlington on March 24th at 6:30 p.m. Then you got to go on the road for Arizona for 3 conference games. March 27th through 29th, 7 p.m., 7 p.m., and 1 p.m. Then you get a home game against Incarnate Word March 31st at 5 p.m. Then a Big 12 series with Houston April 2nd through 4th, 6:30 p.m., 6:30 p.m., and 2 p.m. Then you get a home game against Lamar April 6th at 5 p.m. Then you got to go on the road to UT Arlington this time on April 8th at 4 p.m. Then you got to go on the road to Kansas for a series with them April 10th through 12th, 5 p.m., 2 p.m., and noon. And then April 15th, you get actually to host Texas A&M at 6:30 p.m. on April 15th. April 17th through 19th is a home series against Utah, 6:30 p.m., 2 p.m., and noon. Then you got to go on the road to Texas State, April 22nd at 6 p.m. Then brutal end of the season, what I say. Like home series with Oklahoma State, April 24th through 26th, 6:30 p.m., 2 p.m., and 1 p.m. And you get to play the Big 12 favorites, I would say, in Texas Tech on the road at the very end of the year. April 30th through March 2nd, 6 p.m., 6 p.m., and 2 p.m. I would say they're the favorite unless proven otherwise in conference. There's obviously the Big 12 tournament, May 6th through 9th in Oklahoma City. Then there's the regionals, if you get that far, May 15th to 17th. Then there's Supers right after that, May 22nd to 24th if you get that far. In the Women's College World Series, May 28th through June 5th, if you can even get that far in Oklahoma City. So that's kind of like going over the whole entire schedule, and we'll see about down the line. And I'm going to just break this down, and I will say, I don't, like I said, I do not know those opponents for the Clemson tournament and San Diego State tournament, but I know for a fact that San Diego State was a regional team last year, 38-19, and Clemson was a super regional team last year, 48-14. But I just don't know if they're going to play Baylor or it's going to be somebody else, or it's both, like them and somebody, two other opponents. I have no idea in all this. So we got to keep that in mind. We'll know later, probably. Now, in terms of like NCAA tournament teams, Mississippi State is one of those, 39-19 regional team. UCF was a regional team last year, 35-24-1. You get 3 games with them, and then there's Texas, 56-12. They're the champs of the Women's College World Series. There's Arizona, 48-13. They're a regional team last year. Texas A&M, 48-11. They were just a regional team last year, despite being a 1 seed. There's Oklahoma State. That was still good, but not as good as like Women's College World Series good. Because Oklahoma State was just a regional team last year. And they were, let me check real fast. I know they had like the number of losses, I think is like 20 losses. I think it's 35 wins and 20 losses, but I'm going to just double check. Yeah, 35-20 last year. That's kind of what I thought. Then there's Texas Tech, 54-14, and I already kind of knew they were going to be better than the year before last year. It's just how much better. Yeah, clearly they're the class of the conference now, until somebody knocks them off. Then there's Wichita State, 29-5-1 last year. There's South Dakota State, 29-26, and McNeese State, 41-20. Iowa State, 31-23. Stetson, 33-28. Incarnate Word, 29-21. Lamar, 29-27. Texas State, 34-19. New Mexico, 21-30-1. Northwestern State, 7-43. Stena Foston, 27-29. UT Arlington, 24-25. Houston, 22-25. And Utah, 13-40. And then Sam Houston State, 28-29. So there's ample opportunity on the schedule, and we'll see how good they're going to be in the spring, and hopefully they stay healthier at pitcher and they have more depth this year. And I'll go over the ceiling and the floor for the team later. So anyways, if you like this content, hit the like and subscribe button. See you guys later on the road to 800 subscribers. Goals, ultimate goal is 1,000 more. So my money to this course, like video, comment video really helps YouTube algorithm. Some more people see us, sharing the videos help as well. Some more people come watch, and if you're watching and not subscribe, hit subscribe button for the notification bell as well.